I tell you, it's been a harrowing 24 hours on the road. We left Melbourne yesterday for the Sydney adventure. We watched last night the Sydney Swans get the job done. Whew, oh boy, do you find out about people when you travel on the road. The regular Saturday team have been doing it for a long time, so no secrets. But I tell you what, our new boys that are up from the twos, Barry Denner and Wayne Schwass, who I have to say last night called it magnificently, are with us again. And Danny Frawley, who I know just about all there is to know about, joins us, as does Damien Barrett, whose secrets have also been revealed. But whew, it's been enlightening, boys.
Been a long 24 hours. We're tight. We're in this little box here at the moment, and we're like sardines, but we're being close. Schwatta, we've got Barry Denner. Not sure where Baz is because last night...
I'm going to run through some of the things that have taken place.
But it's great to be here, Garry. We just need to get through the next 4
ground.
hours.
Hey, the ground is in ripping nick, and we're up here is squeezed into a jam timber. Apart from that, Damo's on the knee. Warrior, you're up.
I am. What was most disturbing out of today so far, Gaz?
Well, let me talk.
You can look at it.
Schwatta, let me say welcome to you, Schwatta.
Thanks, Garry. Can we start at the beginning of the day, please, and work our way through the transgressions?
Yep. We've got to go back to last night. We've got lots to talk about tonight. We've got to get this off our chest. And now the Triple M Rub team, listening audience, of which there are millions, they want to know what's going on. Last night after game, we're running on the road, Spud, we get back to the hotel, and Damo needs 6 beers before he can do anything. So we sit around, have a couple.
I went up because I didn't get the chance to check in and got down and there was 2 waiting for me.
2, just backed up. He just inhales the first one, Warrior. Just tips it down his guts and says, right, now I can start to
Real
settle
power
in.
session.
So Schwatta, nowhere to be seen.
Nah, sorry, just took off like Chief normally does. So that was
anti-social sort of setup, but not Bazza. Barry ran from the lift to the bar like a man was in desperate need of some refreshment.
And I had an obsession for a certain type of food.
Well,
too.
That's what happened. I
talked about it.
A couple of beers and
the peanuts. Baz wouldn't share the peanuts.
He snorted them.
I like that. Just a couple more loads of peanuts, and Baz just went whoop.
So he's off there. I went to bed and left you guys at it. And you had a couple more, I believe, and wandered in. We've lost Barry Denner. Last seen down a side alley in Sydney with a slab of beer on his shoulder and 8 serves of nachos. He's a nacho lover. He wouldn't stop talking about nachos.
Talks about how you make them at home, and then
it's a real passion
how
about
they're different when you get them in hotels.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to call today because apparently the last feed of nachos, he said hotter. He's burnt the inside of his mouth with the cheese. He just and all the roof of his mouth is blistered.
Yep.
So I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to call.
I'm sure I might got him, and I think he's got a whole packet lodged in his gullet. Then we get up this morning, we wander down, and in the absence of Jim, I'm the leader. I've got a lead, and I'm up. I've got a pretty cheery disposition about me this morning there, Warrior.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, and I get in the bus, and there, in the back of the bus, is a female. Now, it's women's round. We celebrate women in football. But the Triple M Travelling Tour Group doesn't need a beautiful, gorgeous young lady who happens to be the fiance of our big-nosed producer sitting in the back because we had nowhere to go, Spud. Language, had to straighten up.
I had to go to the dictionary for more adjectives. About how I need to get it off my chest so, when we're ready to go. And
real stilted
we got her name right
conversation.
too, Amy. Beautiful girl.
Her name's Amy. So we get to the airport. And,
Spud's known us for 5 years and caught us something else.
And turns around and says, so Naomi, you're staying up there for a while. And I was half asleep at this stage and I looked at you, Warrior. I said, do you really say that?
You did say
and
that.
Warrior started sort of choking back a couple of laughs.
I then
you
texted Spud to try and correct him on the run, but mate, get the name right.
I was honest enough to apologise.
Well, you didn't have to.
She
didn't hear in the
I know. But I was dishevelled because the suitcase has got the better of me. The travelling suitcase that I've got, and someone,
Back over that,
Schwatta and Warrior, have put it on Twitter.
Get on Twitter or Triple M at Triple M Footy, and you'll see Spud's. He's rolling with a bright pink roll-on suitcase, which Leigh Matthews, who we had breakfast in the airport
Greatest
lounge
player
with,
I've ever played.
he just looked at you, Spud, and what did he say to you?
Well, that's what flattened me, because I can accept some feedback from you guys. And he said, well, Danny, at least you won't lose that.
You've got to get on and have a look at it. It is the worst thing I've ever seen. But Spud's...
What would Plugger think of that, Spud? In all honesty, remove all jokes about it.
Just say it wouldn't happen. And look, I'm trying to do a favour for my beautiful wife who's up a holiday.
I don't think you are. I think you are rolling with that. And, Warrior, your jacket's not much better, so he's trying that out again.